you been? It's been a while since
What do we do on this show? I don't even know.
I kind of forget what being
1 second into the show, Poppy's barking.
Well, some things don't change. No matter how many weeks we're away, some things don't change when Poppy starts barking. Hey everybody, welcome to Boxed In. That's our stage manager Poppy right here.
Poppy's the stage manager
She's
tonight, so
excited for
everybody
us to be back.
be on your best behavior.
You know, I mean, relatively speaking.
We don't know how this show works because we haven't been doing it much.
We forget how this show works.
Wait,
We're really sorry.
I can tell you how it works.
Oh, Jason's here. No.
We
We've got a special guest tonight. His name
It's Dr. Diffendahl.
Dr. Jason Diffendahl.
Hello, everybody.
Wearing his EPCOT 40 shirt.
We can't have an EPCOT 40th show without Jason here. Who better to talk about EPCOT 40th than Jason?
Whoa, Jill's hair's already getting a compliment.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you.
So, what about mine? I got my hair cut yesterday.
I know the first part of this show because I watch it every week. First part of the show is you have to open bourbon. So
Correct.
I brought you some bourbon to open.
First of all, this is chocolate.
I think the point is that.
Oh, but it does have a Jim Beam here, baby. If you
So actually, yeah. I mean, Jim Beam is
Look at that.
technically bourbon. It's just inside chocolate. It's these beans.
Here, since only one person can try this, why don't you do it, Jill?
Oh man.
I'll try to see if anybody in the audience can take care of our stage manager.
We need a handoff. We need a handoff of the stage manager.
Any volunteers?
So we know it's been a while since we've been on, but there has been so much that's been happening since the last time we saw you guys.
Oh my God. Travel,
EPCOT 40th.
Lee and I went to Kansas we talked about it for Andy's band, Danger Bob. They had a reunion show. And then we got Jill. We got some members of the squad to join us. We had we had 4 people.
We had four squad members travel all the way to Kansas City to see what I'm going to tell you, hands down, undoubtedly, is the best reunion show of a Midwestern 90s punk band I have ever seen.
It was actually really incredible.
It was such a good show.
Who knows who we're talking about?
It was such a good show.
And all the old people that used to go see him still want to go see him. They sold out of all their merchandise on the first night. There were 2 shows.
They did.
Went to City Barrel.
We did.
Beer League is one of their beers. So I'm drinking that.
We had some Kansas City beer. We experienced.
Pete and I went to College Game Day.
You went to College Game Day. So did Lee. She
Lee went
caught
to
a
College Game Day.
T-shirt.
Lee caught a T-shirt from College Game Day.
Oh, you want me to get it?
Oh,
If you want to, we can unbox that too. But it was quite incredible. It will not surprise you. First of all, Jake, we have a picture of Andy's band after their first performance at Liberty Hall in Lawrence.
Let's take a look.
There they are. Look at there's all the old people in the crowd behind them, up in the balcony, everywhere else. Who would run on stage and do stuff like this though and take pictures? Do we have that picture? Oh look, it's Pete Carney. Who would have thought Pete Carney would be running up on stage of performances and taking pictures? Pete made himself right at home. I could tell a million Pete stories from this trip. I have a clip of Pete and I were at ESPN College Game Day was at Kansas the next morning. We woke up, Pete, Lee and myself, woke up at 6 in the morning to drive there and get there. My mom took us up the hill, yada, yada, yada. And
you guys had an experience.
it was really quite an experience.
All I know is I got texted a picture of Pete with Rob Riggle at one point.
Oh yeah, at one point Pete somehow ends up in a VIP area with Rob Riggle and with Jess Sims, who she's an ESPN analyst, also known as the Peloton Girl.
Okay, there you go.
Pete is in the and he comes out with barbecue for all of us. We're like, oh, that was very nice. I don't know. I kind of know how it happened. It's not all strictly above board, but then when you take Pete, you know that's going to happen. Do we have the clip of just? Here we were by a side stage. There we are. There's like the side stage where ESPN tells you like who's injured and what's going on. And there are thousands of people here. And where's Pete? What do you think Pete was doing at 7 in the morning? Oh, there he is. There's Pete, pounding him.
Sounds about right. That sounds right.
Jill got a gift, a new shirt to go along with her persona. It's the worst.
Oh my gosh, best shirt I've ever had.
There's Jill, the worst.
Huge thanks to one Mr. Andy Morton for this t-shirt, who gifted me this t-shirt, which I had to don immediately and proceeded to then enact my persona.
I thought it was great. your reaction to getting it was great. And then the second night, there was a show at a place called The Ship. And it's themed after a ship. It kind of had a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea feel.
Yeah, it did.
Here, we have a video clip of them playing there. You can judge for yourself. The stage looks like... Yeah, look at him go. There's Andy wearing his Shoresy
There's
jersey.
Andy rocking out with his Shoresy jersey. Good meal.
Yeah, so
they did 2 shows, one in Lawrence, Kansas, one in Kansas City, Missouri, back to back,
We had a
Friday
good
and
time.
Saturday night. They were incredible shows. We had such a good time. Huge shout out to Andy and Danger Bob and Hillary, and it was such a great trip.
we had a time, but that's why we didn't have a show for you. So I apologize, because we're a little behind. We have all the EPCOT 40th merch, but we know, forget piece of chocolate to have a little
It was actually the best
drop
Jim Beam
of
I've ever
bourbon
had.
in it.
I ate it while we were showing you videos, and it's the best Jim Beam I've ever had.
We have something that is a viewer package / bourbon.
Yeah.
So this is
Because you guys are wonderful fans who send us viewer packages and give us bourbon. And so this came from
this is from Trevor and Heidi Andre. They gave it to us at the EPCOT 40 event at our
our
studio.
EPCOT 40 event that we hosted on October 2nd at our studio.
Thank you again.
Big
We
shout
really
out
appreciate
to
it.
Imagineer
Appreciate
Tim
it.
Delaney who and Don Dorsey.
He's incredible.
Oh my gosh, such incredible guys.
If you
They
guys
came
even knew
to-
half the
yeah.
story of Tim Delaney
Oh
and
my
how we
goodness.
ended up taking him, Jill and I,
and some friends.
taking him on his first ever ride on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Taking him on his first ever
Cosmic
ride.
Rewind, not Mission Breakout.
Yeah, Cosmic Rewind. And taking him on his first ever ride of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
That is
So,
right, we did. And actually, Tom brought back a book from Paris with like artwork from Disneyland Paris, and he had
yeah.
Tim Delaney sign it for me.
Tim
It was very
Delaney
nice.
helped design and build Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris.
There's a whole section of that book dedicated to his artwork.
Yes.
Here.
Amazing.
We always go for the sound.
Our happy sounds. There it is.
This is called the Prideful Goat Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, unfiltered. It says cask strength. In this case, 114.2 proof. We're going to put that on the rocks. I know some purists want you to drink it neat all the time. We're kind of on the rocks, people.
We've
unless
had
it's-
this conversation. There's a Venn diagram of like
Right.
old-fashioned or other mixer on the rocks and neat. And this might fall
Tonight's
in
on the
between-
rocks kind of night.
This might fall in between the rocks and neat. Venue.
All right, so Florida Man gave me this glass. I'm going to use this one.
Oh, very nice.
Um,
I'm gonna.
By the way, if you are planning on watching our
Everyone
marathon
does.
show this year, which we do for a fundraiser for Thanksgiving weekend, Florida Man might be there. I'm told there's going to be a Haymaker Ask Me Anything show.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That might be at 3 in the morning. I don't know.
Haymaker, tell me anything.
Jake is here. We're going to do
Our
a little
producer Jake.
sniff.
Cheers.
Smells good. Cheers.
Ooh. Ooh, that has spice to it.
Oh, pretty spicy.
That is rye.
Got
heavy,
legs
isn't it?
too. Yeah. Probably some rye. I don't
Let's
know.
see.
Does it have
Aged
the-
at least 15 years. That is
Wow,
15
year.
So it is 78.5% corn and 13% rye. So we've got a decent amount of rye in the mash bill. And the rest is malted barley. So there's a nice maltiness to it too. Unfiltered
really good.
cask strength.
This is really good.
Decent. A prideful
That's a
goat.
winner. Thank you so much, Trevor and Heidi. We
Thank
really
you guys
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Before we get going, my mom found something in her back shed that's been there for, let's just say 30 years.
This is
Well, there was time when it was in the house or when I used it when I was
Eric,
younger.
I don't feel like you adequately prepared me for whatever this is going to be.
It's my childhood lunchbox.
Wow.
It is not in good condition, but it does have a handle, and it
It's the
does
real
have.
deal.
It does have
The thermos?
the thermos. It's upside down,
Wow.
but it has a it's a little rusty.
This is
It's got
the real
directions.
deal.
First.
So this means a lot to me. You can find these on eBay for not a ton of money, but this is
They
the.
re-released it with the Vault collection
Right.
for the 50th anniversary.
But because I used to carry this to school,
Yeah.
mostly on field trips, because I think I mostly ate school lunch, but I took on some field trips. This also, when you see these, some of them have the Happy 50 Years logo on the bottom right corner. Some of them do not. This one happens to have that.
Ooh.
And
Does that
this is
make
great.
it
I think
different?
this was I think this was Andy's originally a long time ago. It's got the
Take
country
it
bears
back,
on it.
Andy. It belongs
No,
to you. It's
'cause-
yours rightfully.
No, I got hand-me-downs. That's how I lived my life. Andy got a Happy Days lunchbox because he was really cool.
Sunday,
And then
Monday.
a bully hit Andy over the head with his Happy Days lunchbox, and I think it still has the dent.
Aww. That
So-
explains a lot of things about your brother.
Yes. There you go.
This is awesome.
There's your early
The real
Walt
deal.
Disney World lunchbox. The
I
real
also-
one, not the one you buy at the vault.
I also have that lunchbox, but I bought it like 6 months ago.
Is there anything on here that we're not allowed to have on here anymore? Anything that's been canceled?
No,
since
I don't
they
think
closed?
so.
But it's the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
So-
Aladdin Industries, Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep. I did clean it up a little bit. The thermos, it didn't smell so good, so that's been cleaned. Soaked in a little water, all that kind of stuff. But thank you, Mom, for saving this.
Aw, thank you, Mom.
Thanks,
All right.
Janine.
Well, you didn't tune in to watch us drink bourbon or to look at lunch boxes or talk about trips.
know you did.
Or to show you the t-shirt that Lee caught from the t-shirt guy at
Maybe
ESPN
that
College
might be for the
Game Day. There's what you got. You came for the EPCOT 40th merchandise.
I mean, it was kind of a big deal. I want to preface this merchandise unboxing segment we're about to do with a bold statement. This is the best anniversary merchandise Disney has released since the EPCOT 35th.
Wow.
Well, but
I
that
had my
encompasses-
eye on that watch, but I think they all sold
That
out.
encompasses 3 other park anniversaries where they really just laid a big fat one in terms of merchandise. This stuff is actually really, really good.
I
So
had
where
a
should
bunch
we
of
start?
pins right here, but I don't know where they are.
Put
So
them back there.
They're back
let's
here.
start
Oh, with
the Lounge
one of
Fly
my
mini
favorite,
backpack.
one of my favorites of the collection.
I love
This has, I won't say iridescent.
It's iridescent, not ear.
No, it's not
EAR,
it's just
The
iridescent.
regular IR iridescent.
Right, their own type of iridescent. With the original iconography on here,
All
a
the
nice
little tiny
spaceship
parts.
Earth.
Yep.
Uh,
And
you
it's got
have,
this nice rounded with the stitching that gives you the geodesic vibe.
so there's no figment, but there is purple straps and
And an orange.
Orange
Yeah, so there's
loop.
a little nod to Figment. And then the lining is pretty cute as well. It's also got
there's figment.
it's got the park icons, but then it's also got Figment inside on the
You'll have
lining.
to see.
Lee will show it to you.
Yeah, so
So I'll tell you, if you think it looks smaller than a regular Loungefly, it is. It's probably a good 2 inches shorter and maybe an inch narrower than a standard Loungefly.
all of
It's-
the accessory all of
All the
metal on
hardware
it
is
all
iridescent.
iridescent.
which is super cool. All the zippers, all the buckles for the straps.
It's really cute. Sadly, no side pockets.
But it's more of a rainbow finish than that iridescent that they use for 50th merch, right?
Exactly.
I give it 2 hearty thumbs up.
Two hearty thumbs up from Cookie Boss. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
This was definitely a thing that I wanted out of the EPCOT 40th merchandise. Let's show. I'm gonna jump into
The guy from the thumbnail.
the guy from the thumbnail right here, ladies and gentlemen. Your very own EPCOT 40th Figment plush. He is a standard plush. He was $26.99, which I feel like for the size of this guy is a lot, but I didn't care.
That's a lot.
I got 2 because one wasn't enough. And he's wearing this amazing little EPCOT 40th
And his
t-shirt.
wings are sticking out the
His
back.
wings are out the back, and he's got his little happy hat look and his little horns, and he's just,
He's cute.
this is everything we needed in EPCOT 40th merchandise,
very
and I
cute.
feel like it doesn't disappoint.
No, he's very cute. And he looks so happy. He looks so happy.
He does.
And he's got a butt. What part is his butt? Is it the whole thing? Is it there?
Oh, the butts.
Should the underside.
So is with the butt.
Right. Wherever he's got a cute Figment butt, whatever it is. I kind of love him.
All right.
If you watch House of the Dragon, he's in the final episode Sunday, I think. I've heard. This is an EPCOT 40 coin, and it has the date, October 1st, 2022. There's a scratch, but I think the scratch is actually on the protective
Plastic,
case
oh,
and
yeah.
not on the coin itself. This is $35. I'm gonna take it.
These
Can I take it out, Jason?
these sold out pretty quickly as well, right?
That was one of 3 items that sold out the first day.
Yeah.
Well, this one sold out. The
The
watch
key
sold
and the
out.
watch.
And the key.
Yeah.
You need nails.
All of which we have and are going to show you. So
I
this
need
is the
nails to
first.
complete this.
Let Jill get it. Her nails are better.
There wasn't Alex and Ani that sold out.
Alex and Ani sold out too. I've heard that Alex and
That
Ani were
makes me
sellouts.
regret that I didn't get one.
Oh,
Should have
that's
got
nice.
one.
But $35 for a coin, that's pretty steep.
Steep,
I mean, it's a nice.
especially since it doesn't actually have
It's made of
any, like,
metal and
currency
everything.
value.
I gotta see if I can read this. It says, oh, that's just made in China. I thought it like.
No, it's listing all of the pavilions, Lee.
No, I see it. Well, it says Disney made in China. I mean, that's nice though. All the little icons.
Is it any surprise to anyone that Pete left town with a University of Kansas police challenge coin?
No. No surprise whatsoever.
Or that he immediately used it to get out of trouble?
That also not surprising. All right, so the other thing we have a lot of there's quite a bit of clothing merchandise that was released. So the first thing I'll show you is this sweatshirt that I got. Nice, cute, cropped royal blue. It's got all of the pavilion logos on it. Celebrating 40 years of imagination. That was kind of the tagline of the EPCOT 40th. And then this is my favorite part. Let me suitably show this off to you guys.
If you want to be incognito.
I've
look at
got
that.
big old Figment on the back. So
Is he flipping someone the bird?
I know, right?
Who is pointing?
And,
I think he's had enough with the resellers.
the lining
With people
of the
stealing
hoodie
cucumbers?
is also really cool. The lining
that's
is
cool.
also all the little
I like that.
pavilion logos. So this is actually, I was a little skeptical about it because I'm not a crop shirt fan, but it's not super short.
I think
It's
he's
got
flipping
little
someone the
Johnson.
bird.
He probably is. It's a Figment thing to do. The other cool,
Oh.
Somebody has an opinion.
Here's our spokesmodel,
you
Jason.
may have seen this already on worn by Tom Corliss on a.
Who wore it better? I vote Jason.
I think Jason did too.
So I think.
Jason's taller, and I think it looks.
And he
better.
wore a plain white t-shirt under it, which
Well,
is...
that too. Tom
and
wore
I-
like
yeah.
He wore a black T-shirt under
Yeah.
it, and when he stood behind his desk, it looks like he was wearing a skirt.
Yeah. It's kind of like got a dressy vibe
does.
if you go too far. Yeah. But that was the like fancy button down, and then we have a ton of other stuff. So we've got, this is a kid's shirt with Figment and the pavilion logos. Again, you've
Tip
got
of
the
the hat.
EPCOT 40th on the back. Yeah,
He's
you've
looking
got-
classy here. He's giving nice gestures
So
here,
it's
like-
not like, it's not Dreamfinder, but he's got the Dreamfinder hat as like the nod.
Because when he killed Dreamfinder, he took his hat.
Yeah,
I
oh,
like
maybe
that
he
one.
did. Adult shirt, so
He
this
said,
has
I am the
got
captain now.
the
I like that.
multicolor sort
Oh,
of
yeah.
like Olympic-y vibe
This
logo.
looks like Lee. This looks like... Babe, it looks like something you would wear.
And then the front has the 40 logo on it, October, and this was a day of October 1st t-shirt.
Oh, I love this next one.
This is a women's shirt, which I love the fact that they released a special women's cut shirt for EPCOT 40th as well. It's got the logo in purple and red, which I think is really cool. I really like this color scheme they did. And then this is also a day of that said October
Is it
1st.
fitted? Like it's. It like,
Yeah, it is. Next was the pass holder shirt, also day of. I had to get this one too.
I saw a
love
lot of
this
those
one.
that day.
Is this Jason's, I assume?
so-
I think this would
it's
swallow
a
you.
2XL.
It's like I had to get this one. I was like, I'm pretty sure
It's
you
a
would've-
ringer tee. I'm always a huge fan of ringer tees. And actually the day of 35th anniversary was a ringer tee as well. It was navy with a like mustard yellow ringer on it. But it's got the pass holder. I love that it's got like the sort of different Figment. You've got the balloon here. You've got all this different Figment vibe going on. And then the sleeve, I think on your side, has October 1st, 2020 as well.
Let me show that one close up. I'm gonna show the Figments.
The Figments are so cute.
They're really cute. He's like doing
Oh, the
activities,
little
tipping his
Figments.
hat,
So much
playing
room for
the
activities.
balloon,
He's painting.
That one's a dance battle?
That's
That when you do your little dance bit and then you
That's
like...
a dance
yeah.
battle. I
No, but you
think
know what I'm
the-
talking about when you do,
yeah.
then you do this?
Mic drop. Ooh. It's a good
Bam.
thing that Leah's covering up the camera.
Lee's
while
covering it. We were just doing
that.
dance battle moves.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that can be our next endeavor.
That's our next thumbnail.
And then you've got this great zip-up sweatshirt.
cute, too.
So, oh, it's got a little fuzz on it. So it's again got the 40 logo. It's got this neat little figment tag on the front that's like multicolor. It's really cute. It's got a blue hood. You've got the back that's got that same celebrating 40 years of imagination, stripes on the sleeves, all the good things. This is a nice kind of multi-purpose.
It's very nice.
Zip up
Very
sweatshirt.
nice.
Very nice, very smooth.
Which one?
So that's all the clothes. There's
I'm gonna show the little tag.
I'll show the little tag is super cute.
Yeah, I haven't seen
So there were a ton of clothes that you could buy
Oh, he's cute.
for 40th.
He's lounging. He's chilling.
Here's a steel tumbler. Insulated tumbler. It has that sort of gradated purple and
I like
all the
how
way
they
to
did
orange.
like there was a big focus on the purple and red in the logo for the 40th, which I thought was a really nice touch.
And like, I don't like that seam is so prominent inside, but I mean, we don't buy Disney tumblers for their high build
High
quality.
quality.
But this is
Unless
really
they're
good
outsourced to
looking.
either Tervis or Corkcicle, and
Right.
then you have some level of guarantee of quality. But
Yeah.
that one is neither Tervis nor Corkcicle.
It looked, in the pictures, it looked like this part was iridescent, but it's not. It's just like the regular stainless steel.
This is a retro hat.
This is a great
That hat looks like 1990.
Yeah, so you got, like 1990 golfer type hat
Yeah.
with the red brim. You've got, again, that purple and red logo that they did. This is also a day of piece that has October 1st.
In 91, they had a series of hats at Disney, I remember, that had the two-tone, the bill was the different color, and they all had the Mickey with the M on them. You remember those? Those were like very common. They brought them back. They brought back certain versions of those a few times, but that's what it reminds me of.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm gonna leave, I think this is
a good
now
Yeah, I
part
think
of-
just leave it
This
on.
is now part of the attire.
I don't even know what this is. We're gonna find out together what this is.
Jason can tell us.
No, I know I need to be self-sufficient. We're trying to grow on this show. I can tell it's
I
glassware.
could do it myself, Dad.
Oh, is this from Arribas Brothers? Oh, yeah.
This came from the Arribas Brothers shop at the Germany Pavilion.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, he's
This
good.
is not bad, 17 bucks.
No.
It's not a full pint, right? I can tell you that. It's
No.
probably,
Is it
Like
actually
12 ounce?
engraved or is it printed?
No, it's really.
it's etched.
Oh, it's really etched.
No, I think it's
It's
etched.
etched.
Yeah.
It is.
I'll tell you.
They were doing it.
He knows.
Oh yeah, that's etched down in there. That means you can put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, it's not a
Right.
decal that will slide off.
That's nice. He's happy. He's tipping his.
17 bucks isn't bad for that.
Yeah, not at
I
all.
would have expected them to try for more money.
And then okay, I have a hot take for you. I remember when we had a festival or an anniversary and we got a magic band in a box, we got super excited about it,
Yeah, with like LE numbers on it and
right? And it came, you took the lid off the box and it looked so pretty and such a great presentation. Now we have Magic Band Plus, which I think this is the first special event they've released a Magic Band Plus for. And it's a cool Magic Band, but the fact that it comes in just the standard Magic Band Plus box feels really like underwhelming.
I would like it to be in a themed box.
I want it in a themed box.
I don't really care because I don't collect magic bands, thank goodness. But that'd be cool. And
So-
this is a
but-
good looking magic.
But this is a really good looking Magic Band. I rarely actually activate my Magic Bands, and this was one that I like
have mine.
ripped out of the box and activated immediately.
You want me to see if I have mine? Because mine is charged. I'll go see if mine's
Oh, it should
charged.
be, usually they come charged in the box, let's see. I mean, not that I think it's gonna do a whole lot,
I'll go
but
look and see.
Lee has one.
I have,
Yeah.
mine was charged.
There she goes.
there it is.
Oh, yep, it's lighting up. Yep.
But, very cool Magic Band. I think these are sold out now too, right? Or no?
I don't know.
Because
They
these
are-
weren't, that's the other thing, since it's not limited edition as far as we're aware. I don't know that they've released any Magic Band Plus limited edition.
They are available for resort guests pre-order.
On the pre-order, so if you have an annual pass
Or if
that
you
gets
have
you a
an
Magic
pass,
Band, so if you want
those
one,
are
you
still
can,
available.
they're still available through that for you.
I don't think I can find it on your desk if I wanted to.
This is my favorite item,
Oh, here it is.
and they sold out of them. This is the Citizen Watch,
Ooh.
and it has that EPCOT logo, but it's, other than that, it's pretty understated. It's not over the
It's real
top.
subtle, and it's real cool.
It's really cool.
That's a limited edition. I don't know what
It's an
edition.
LE. I don't know what the edition size, it might say on here. I don't know, but here Lee can show you the beautiful watch. Citizen makes pretty high quality watches for their price point, I think. And I think this one is, it's just understated enough, but just themed enough. It like walks that line for me. Like someone that you're sitting in a business meeting, they're not necessarily gonna like judge you the same as they would if it was like a, you know, the whole face were Spaceship Earth and all that kind of
I
stuff.
like
So
it. Yeah, it's very pretty. And it is a rubbery band.
No, that's a very nice watch. I like that. That's very cool.
what was that, $200? 250. Is that with the 30% AP discount?
No, that's before.
Free.
There was a 30%, the discount's gone now. There was a 30% AP discount until the 20th, right? Or what?
It just ran out.
It just,
Now it's
ended,
20.
yeah.
It ran out
Now it's
last
down to
week.
20.
Now we're down to 20.
Back to our standard 20. All right, I'm going to show you my favorite item that is also sold out. It's sold out on day one. And this is the EPCOT 40 key. So you've got this amazing, it's got EPCOT 40. It's got the E as the key, which is just stunning. And then you've got the EPCOT logo with the little silver figment on there.
That is
and the watch
awesome.
sold
And
out
it's-
by noon.
I
And
just
on the
wish it had
back-
like a ribbon on, you know what I'm saying, like a ribbon attached to it. Like that'd be cool. Purple.
Tie a ribbon.
It has a
What?
little tag
If
on
you
it.
flip over the back of the body of the key has October 1st on it. Yeah.
Yay.
That is
No, I know
watch
you can
sold
put a
out by
ribbon on it. I
noon.
just mean like, I think a little, that would have
EPCOT
like,
ribbon.
that a little
That's fair.
splash of color.
They never do
on
that.
the-
Like
yeah, I
this
know.
is not the only key they put out, and they don't do that for any other keys. I don't disagree with you, but they don't do that for any other
It's got
keys.
this
The key and the
little
watch sold out by noon.
'Cause I'm not running it
coin
yet.
tag on
And the
it.
coin sold out by like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
The line to buy merchandise at Creation Shop on October 1st
Oh, it's crazy.
was
talk
like
about
2.5 hours.
Let's talk about that. It
Most
was-
of the day it was over 2
What
hours.
time did we try to go? 8:30?
at night. It was pre-harmonious.
Yep.
But like just barely.
And the line wrapped all the way around the wall that went back toward the imagination
And
pavilion.
C's, yes.
In the early in the morning, the line was all the way back to the C's and past there.
Wow.
And there were switchbacks. They had switchbacks built into the line.
Want. Want.
I really want to get this out and play with this. A
Ooh,
limited edition. It doesn't say how large
Oh,
the
it
edition
spins.
is, but it's clearly a spinner pin.
It
And
probably says on the
Don't tear
back what the
anything.
edition size is.
oh nope, there's
It's glued.
a
Stickies?
disc
Get
of.
out your key, your.
No, I'll peel it. Be very
Peel
careful.
it off, it's replaceable. Ooh.
Yeah, there's your guy, Figment. They went all in on Figment for this.
They did.
But-
Well, they're finally figuring out people like him.
Yeah.
Didn't take them very long.
Even though they've destroyed his legacy.
Well, they destroyed Dreamfinder
Yeah, that's true.
and kind of Figment's.
I mean, the ride, the whole
You
ride.
could tell he doesn't like the ride he's on now. He's like smoking a cigarette afterwards. Like this, I got to do whatever I got to do to make
Half
a
the
few
time
bucks.
you catch him hacking a bun
Yeah.
out back. All right, this is going to be my biggest regret piece of merchandise because I really wish I had gotten this and I didn't.
You find one by two.
So this is the Harvey's bag. It's like perfect little. It's got the seatbelt. That's the Harvey's kind of
Yeah.
whole vibe.
Harvey's makes
with all the
seatbelts
different
into stuff.
with all the different EPCOT logos. It's got the EPCOT 40th tag on it, and then every so often you have EPCOT 40 on there.
Are these all gone?
As far as I'm aware, the Figment head
Harvey
ones
stuff
were
disappears
still
fast.
available. But then the key fob is the Figment in the hot air balloon from the original version of the ride, which is super cool.
Let the record show they also had a matching wallet.
There was a matching. The
And
liner
then
is cool.
The liner is stunning. So you've got like the skinny, like the longer shoulder strap if you want it, that's not EPCOT stenciled, but then you've got the lining, it's got a little EPCOT 40 tag inside.
Yeah. This
Such
is-
a good bag.
This checks all the boxes.
I was so like aghast at the Figment head purse. The
Yeah.
Figment head purse was creepy.
It was
and
awful.
weird.
Even the little
I
zipper
should've gotten
pulls
that. I should've
say
gotten the
EPCOT
tote.
40 on 'em.
It's not also not as big as I thought it was, which I
It's
like.
got this handy dandy little tag. All the things.
It was what, I think
It
198.
Really checks all the boxes.
It's $200.
You've got
yeah.
your little external pocket, still got the Figment and the balloon pattern.
So cute.
There's that. It's worth it just for that.
I know, right?
The bottom is turquoise.
It's a very nice bag.
Very nice.
Very nice, very smooth.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
And then
All right. You have this giant
I have
thing.
this gigantic, the jumbo pin, as they
Is it
call
even fair to call that a
It's
pin?
the size of a
It
different.
looks like a shield. It looks like a knight would carry this.
That's a super.
Or like if there were like that big Tex, like a big guy with a belt buckle, you
Yeah.
know, like if you were super
Maybe
size.
they sell
Yeah.
them at
Belt
Bucky's.
buckle it. Yes, right? We can take the Harvey's bag apart, make a belt, and then this is the belt buckle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like EPCOT 40 DIY. Anyway, this is the super jumbo pin. It was $115, which is, I'm sorry.
I'll
just
bet they're not
obscene.
sold out.
It's just silver. It's got the figment tip in the hat. It's got this neat little red kind of clear ring around it.
I don't
though.
understand the red ring.
I'm curious about the back of it. Has
it's-
anybody pulled it out to see if it actually has like pin backs on it?
I
Pull it out.
It's like 30 pin backs.
know,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it's what 2 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It is hefty. Oh.
Oh yeah, it has pin backs. Because they're stuck in that Nerf.
Oh, 5.
5.
5 pin
It
backs.
takes 5.
5 pin backs.
5 pin backs.
Or one belt buckle.
Or one giant belt buckle. Man. We also have an EPCOT 40 keychain. I feel like it's a little bit of letdown after the giant pin. This was only $14.99 though, so it may be the cheapest piece of merchandise you could buy for all of the EPCOT 40th merch. Got the EPCOT 40 logo in blue and red on the front. You've got the EPCOT logo on the back, just engraved. It's cute if you need a keychain.
meh.
I will tell you, however, my experience with Disney keychains is that they're not very sturdy.
Yeah, it's cute, but it's meh.
I'll tell you, these pins are really
Say
cool,
about me.
but there, Jason,
the worst.
there definitely was never a Horizons
But-
one here for the show. Check out this pin. It's hinged, so it has artwork on the inside, and it's the robot butler from Horizons.
Oh no!
Robot
Look at this.
Butler.
Robot butler. And what are they, 20 bucks? Yeah, 19.99.
There's only 3,
There's only 3 of these.
which is the weirdest thing.
Here's the World of Motion one, which has the sea serpent or dragon or whatever people call it, different things, I guess.
I like the logos though. I like them bringing back the old school logo. I mean, come on.
And of course, may he rest in peace, the Dreamfinder is here on this imagination one.
R.I.P. He did. Oh, look at him. He's oh my god. Eric, it's got the neon light tunnel behind
Oh,
it.
yeah?
too.
The
Oh.
biggest
Oh,
merch,
yeah.
The biggest merch disappointment is that they didn't make those for all the future ones we're doing.
Right?
I know. Here's a limited release pass holder pin.
All they had to do to make the old school people happy is recreate the neon tunnel.
Yeah.
If they would just
That's
bring
all
back
it would
the
have
neon
taken.
tunnel.
You're absolutely right.
And here's Figment just tap dancing his little ass off in this top hat, whatever he's doing. Here's another limited release. This looks like a day of pin, October 1st,
I dig this
2022.
one. This feels like a piece of Walt Paraguay artwork.
This
It's all
could
like-
be
it's a little
that stained
chippy.
glass look Figment, but
a little-
like maybe you ate some mushrooms also.
That's exactly
That's
what
what
Walt
we have
Paraguay
here.
artwork is.
What about science?
Electron beams.
Gyroscopes and
Do
magnetism.
your wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow!
So those
If you
were-
had the album, you know what I'm talking about.
I still have it. I still play it on my record player to this day. And then we have our set of
Good
World
Lord.
But
Showcase.
let's do it.
Pins.
When you go, if you, let's just say you drink around the
This
world.
goes with that.
Mexico.
Which order, where do you start?
Oh, this is
Mexico.
Mexico and you go
Oh,
clockwise.
yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, I
we'll
thought
do
these
this
were
the same
You
way.
gotta have your
For the
background
mystery
first.
pin. Okay.
This is for that.
Are we gonna pin them on there?
Not
Well, so
No.
let's start with, oh, I see, because it's also got the World Showcase logo. So these pins you can buy, and I know we've seen this with some mystery pins before, but these are not mystery pins. This is a flag where you can put all of the World Showcase pins on here around the logo. And then you get a special like bonus completer.
Oh, that's
Epcot
cool.
40th. That
That's-
one's really
that
neat.
pin is
Test
cool.
your math knowledge. What order are the, oh, that's like a.
If we start in Mexico, which
it's
I
like
know the
stained
order,
glass.
except for I always mess these two up. I always mess them
No,
up. But I
we'll go
glass,
clockwise,
but
it'll be
there's
easy.
a pattern behind the color.
I did it like in order of I'm looking at American Adventure from left to right.
All right. Shalom.
So if you start in Mexico, people care about this. I do not. I start at the Rose and Crown because I usually come in International Gateway.
I actually
I don't. Nobody goes to Canada to drink, right?
I was on a-
Some people like Fin de Mon beer, Fin de Mon, however. Not me. But if we start in Mexico, like a lot of people think you're supposed to, blah blah blah. Here we go. Mexico's first.
I actually had to like shut down somebody that was like, oh, well, you start in Mexico and you go to Cava, and I was like, no, you don't.
Rookie.
Avocado margarita for the win.
Next
Not
up.
anymore.
What's
Not
next?
anymore.
Oh, 'cause
I
What's
am never
next?
going to endorse Cava anymore
What's
because
next? Oh,
they
well,
now
Norway.
Norway.
all their margaritas.
Norway, you are not the first
to
to pass this way.
Spirit of Norway.
Back over the falls.
Next, China with a dragon.
With the dragon, I think that's
What's his
Mushu?
name? Mushu.
The dragon.
Well,
Norway had
it's
Olaf.
3D. Yeah, I guess they're all- they're 3D.
Mexico had Miguel, I guess. So yeah.
They all have a different character on them.
There's not a pin for Africa.
It's
So
not an Africa pavilion.
no, but there's a little
There's a
area.
snack-
There's a snack
Coke-
bar.
A Coke
Refreshment outpost,
Germany, for some reason,
which
Goofy,
translates in Afrikaans as.
yeah, Goofy.
Coca-Cola.
Goofy does not strike me as particularly German. Sometimes they go with Snow White as German or
Yes.
whatever. Like Goofy.
That's kind of weird.
Germans are not goofy
I don't
people.
think Pluto
You can
is.
call Germans a lot of things. Goofy's not one of them.
I would
Here you
put Pluto in the Goofy Pavilion before. Maybe it's just because he looks good.
It's a very strange choice. Yeah, Snow White was a German fairy tale.
Yeah.
Dopey up in here.
Yeah, well, here is Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket in Italy.
Ah, there you go. That's
Jiminy, who
good.
never gets his credit. Okay.
They're all in. No, that one's next.
I'm sorry, yep.
I put them in order
Oh,
already.
good girl. American Adventure is Minnie and Mickey.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it could be a lot of characters,
And
but
there's they're holding hands. Is that acceptable?
public displays of affection. Japan is Stitch.
Because that makes a lot. Jake, who is.
Why
the
is
biggest
Stitch is
fan
from a
I
different
know,
planet? And then he goes to Hawaii.
Why don't we have
How?
Baymax?
What about Baymax? Well, that's San Francisco. He's
That's
part
like
American.
Baymax, no. Just-
He's more Japanese.
Actually,
than-
Baymax should be right between the American Adventure and Japan with San Francisco, right? You got an American
That
city
makes
and a
a ton of
Japanese
sense,
city.
actually.
I don't know why
That
Stitch
makes
is in Japan. He's wearing what appears to be a kimono. This seems like a huge miss.
No judgment.
The other things, well, that doesn't really make any sense.
Then we have Morocco with the magic carpet
And
and your boy Abu.
A red.
Abu.
Abu. And of course, who in France but the little chef himself, who has displaced all other French characters.
Yes.
There's only one character.
Bell.
No,
No,
forget it.
No, no
it's
more
all
Belle.
about Remy now.
It's all Remy.
It's all about the rat.
No Belle. There's no Belle Chateau de la Belle Bois d'Amont. There is no million. Aren't Lady and a Tramp French? I don't know.
No, they're Italian.
They're Italian. Okay. I don't know.
According
Well, they
to Tony.
eat Italian food.
According to Tony's.
The story is not in it.
No, the story's in America.
Tony's Italian food. How could you miss that? Andy Morton does not seem. He was hoping for something different on the Morocco pin. Just,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not there anymore, Andy.
United Kingdom. Your favorite British characters?
Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. Actually, that's
Tigger
not.
and Eeyore.
Oh, it's Tigger. There's no Winnie the Pooh?
No. No Mary Poppins.
No,
No
Alice
Winnie
in
the Pooh,
Wonderland.
no Alice in Wonderland. It's just Eeyore
Peter
and
Pan.
Tigger. And it might be the happiest I've ever seen Eeyore look, which is to say,
Yeah.
he looks pretty neutral here, but
Thanks for noticing me. I guess I understand that, like, Canada is full of woodland creatures, but it doesn't
I'm going to
make
throw
any
a flag on Canada here.
Are you
Yeah.
now?
They could have had Shoresy.
They got some degens from Up Country.
No, they could, because
Goofy.
who owns Hulu?
D-Gens from Oak Country.
Disney owns Hulu. Hulu's Letterkenny. Shoresy is a Disney prince.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes, let's run with that.
But instead,
Sure.
it's Chippendale. In Canada.
Okay, no. If anything, Wayne is the Disney prince.
Yeah.
I don't think Shoresy counts. Wayne would be the Disney prince.
He does have the chivalry.
Yeah. And then I think this is the last thing we have to show off, although it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And maybe this can be our giveaway, Eric Morton. I think that's not. I think that was a. I think this could be a giveaway.
The chat is saying Brother Bear was set in Canada.
Well, there you go.
But
Brother
nobody knows who
Bear.
Brother Bear is.
I mean, I'm sure there's other stuff set in Canada.
Sure.
Besides, I'm pretty sure Chippendale are not set in Canada.
No.
I mean, I've seen Rescue Rangers. Have you ever seen them like
No.
flying by the
All I
Sky
know is
Dome?
Monterey Jack wears Hawaiian t-shirts a lot, so I feel like that obviates that off the bat.
UK should have been Peter Pan.
It could have been Peter Pan, could have been Wendy, could have been
I feel
Alice,
like-
could have been Cheshire
I
Cat.
feel like they're gravitating toward the animated, like,
Okay, Cheshire Cat, Alice.
yeah.
Peter Pan was an animated movie?
No, I mean like
Not people.
animal. Yeah, like
fair.
animals.
Stitch is a miss. I say Stitch is a miss.
So here's the other thing I want to say before we wrap up and show you the last thing we have to show you. Not only was the EPCOT 40th merchandise the best merchandise since the EPCOT 35th anniversary, the actual festivities of the day were the best anniversary festivities that I have seen since the EPCOT 35th festivity anniversaries. They actually had, this was the lithograph you received for free when you left the park that day. So it's got, again, that nice purple and red and October
You could see a
1st.
little rainbow like
Yeah,
iridescence
it's
to it, though.
It's like laminated. They actually had an event at the American Gardens Theater, which they kind of didn't really tell anybody about until like the day of, but
But who was there to cover it? Us.
we were there to cover it. A lot of the
I mean,
photos
not
and
me.
videos.
I was in bed.
A lot of the
But I
photos
heard
and
about
videos
it.
you saw of that event were taken by Jason and I. They had, it was great. They had Mariachi Cobra come out and perform because Mariachi Cobra has been performing at EPCOT since opening day. And they actually had 2 members of the band who have been performing at EPCOT since October 1st, 1982, who came up on stage and talked about their experience. It was amazing. They had the EPCOT VP come out. They had the Walt Disney World ambassadors come out and talk. They had Voices of Liberty come out and do a set where they did some of their typical music, like This Land Is Your Land, and then they also did some original EPCOT songs. Oh my God, they did Golden Dreams, and I just started bawling in the audience. It was great. Like, it was the best, the most they've done for an anniversary since at least the studio's anniversary, but it was so nice to see them do something and care. Josh D'Amaro was there, Jeff Volley was there, like, you had people
You know who
there.
wasn't there?
That's what I was getting ready to say, but who wasn't there?
Bob Chapek was not there as far as anyone could see. But yeah, like they actually had a bunch of EPCOT opening day cast members who still work for the company who were in the audience, and they had them stand up and be recognized by all of the guests who were there. It was the nicest thing I've seen them do for an anniversary since probably EPCOT 35. So
They showed footage of them bulldozing horizons to make Jason cry.
yeah, the ceremony started with playing videos of Walt talking about his vision for EPCOT. It was
I cry anytime they show Walt.
yeah. I mean, like, they know that, like, if they want to like jerk the heartstrings, they just pull videos of Walt out, and we'll all just be like, yes.
By the way, before we do the get around to the giveaway, when Pete and I were kicking around Kansas City, we did go by the original Laugh-O-Gram Studios.
That's right, you did.
And it was pretty sad.
Yeah.
It's not in good shape.
It's not, no.
Someone, if you have a lot of money, someone buy the original Laugh-O-Gram Studios in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Right now it has like plywood over the windows, and they painted it, and it says something like thankyouwaltdisney.com. It's like the 501c3 that probably owns the building and doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's completely gutted. And all I ask is that you give me an apartment on the top floor. And then we went...
We'll film Boxed In from there occasionally.
Yeah.
To thank you for your troubles.
And a short drive from there, Walt Disney's really kind of childhood home. I know people say he lived in Marceline on a farm, which is true for a very very early part of his life,
Yeah.
but really from like, I think 9 till adulthood, he lived in this house in Kansas City, and it's a super like normal house. Like the lady that's been passed down to her family, and they're like, it's just a house, but they have a little picture, a Walt Disney like logo in one of the windows, and like a Walt Disney, a Mickey Mouse bird bath, and that's kind of it. Like, so, but it's still cool to like be there and be like, oh yeah, like young Walt. Or we went to a bar called Pierpont's in Union Station in Kansas City, and to walk through there and be like, oh, that's the men's room in Union Station where Walt Disney used to come and like take a bath once a week when he lived in the studio and didn't have running water. So it's cool.
Everything happened in Kansas.
That's right. Let's give this away.
So this is the special day of EPCOT 40th anniversary map. You see the lovely, again, that purple and red theme that they've got going on. It's got the actual map inside of the park, has the 40 years of EPCOT opening ceremony at 11 a.m. You've got a whole bunch of detail on the back here about the 40th anniversary and all the special things that we're doing, that they did in the park. So this was, you know, obviously handed out to guests as they arrived at the park on the day of the anniversary, and we are gonna give one away to you guys.
Here's what you need to do if you want this. First, obviously, you have to subscribe to this channel, WDWNT.TV.
Best channel.
Like this video. We agree that we're the worst show on the internet, so
But also
the best.
the best.
And so then all you have to put in your comment, make a comment, not in your live chat, but after the video's over in the comment section. Jill is the worst.
Bring it on. Bring it
Or
on, people.
you can also say, but also the best. You can say either one of those, or you say it all in one phrase. Jill is the worst, but also the best.
That's how it is on my phone, but also the best.
And we will enter you, and we'll announce a winner next week. I think we're doing a show next week. Are we going to do 2 weeks in a row? I don't have any merchandise, but I'll come on here and...
Well, we do. So here's the thing we're going to tease. For an upcoming show, maybe next week, unless we get something
mystery
more
pins.
Contemporary. Jason has also purchased an obscene number of EPCOT 40th mystery pins. So we are going to have a future show, maybe next week or the week after, depends on...
Our Halloween Spectacular.
Oh, this could be our Halloween Spectacular. Next week is our Halloween Spectacular.
We will show you how Lee took a basic house in the Orlando area and turned it into the scariest place you've ever been.
Scariest place on earth.
Halloween Horror Nights wishes they could do something as scary as our front porch and entryway.
Can I tell you, so there's a Twitter conversation where somebody posted, so if you are not familiar, WDWNT also sells some cool merchandise that we make, including a bunch of t-shirts. And there's a t-shirt that we offer
That I created.
That was Eric's idea, and it says, Disney in the streets, Universal in the sheets. And the tweet was a picture of the shirt, and the tweeter said, what does that even mean? And my favorite part was somebody's response was, it's like Mickey's Not So Scary in the streets and Halloween Horror Nights in the sheets. And that was like my favorite response.
No, it blew up on Twitter. All of a sudden this week, like, out of the blue, someone was offended, puzzled, or perplexed by the shirt. And then it blew up on social media, and hey, guess what? We're selling a lot of shirts.
So, we're selling a lot of shirts.
Yeah, buy your Disney in the Streets, Universal in the Sheets t-shirt.
So upcoming
I get
show,
$0 kickback for that.
We get $0 kickback. Upcoming show, we're going to do the EPCOT 40th mystery pins. There's apparently like there's a chaser pin in this package that people are all the buzz about. So I'm excited because we have like 30 packages of them, so we're bound to find at least one chaser, I think. Knock wood, I hope I didn't just jinx it. Don't forget to subscribe and like and put in the chat, Jill is the worst, to be able to win an EPCOT 40th park map. And yeah, big Halloween show next week. Jake is laughing, which makes me think that somebody's posting something in the chat that I'm gonna...
No, they're not. They're being polite, I'm sure.
I'm sure they're being polite.
There's only 5 or 6 people that watch this show, so I'm sure they're all very polite because I know where they all live.
One of them is Andy Morton.
It's true. Anyway, thanks for watching the worst show on the internet. We'll see you next week for our Halloween Spectacular.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Au revoir, Pee-wee.